So I'm the fund manager of Henderson Far East. I've been at Janus Henderson since 2011. And my background is in finance, so I qualified as a chartered accountant, having done an economics degree, and then I worked on the sell side for an investment bank. And then since then, I've been working as an equity analyst. And since I've been at Janus Henderson, I've been working on this trust from my first day. So it's been a total of nearly 13 years. So the investment objective for Henderson Far East is to grow the annual dividend per share and also to seek capital growth in the Asia Pacific region. So we generate income by buying dividend income shares, and so the income we derive from holding equities is how we get to our dividend yield. Alongside that, we also write some options very selectively, and that adds across the years maybe 6 to 8% of the total income. Within the kind of shares we own, there are two styles. So we have dividend growth stocks, which are growing their dividends and partake in the growth in the Asian story. And then we have a number of names that are very high yield, sustainable yield in the more mature markets of Australia, Hong Kong, Singapore, and so on. So the Asia Pacific region has one of the highest growth rates in terms of dividends globally. And even during COVID, we only saw a very small dip in dividends in our region. And over the last 10 years, with the exception of 2020, dividends have grown every year in local currency terms. Yeah, so our style is very much value. We look for income ideas, either those that are already high income or those that will be the high income payers of the future. Our investment style is that we focus on cash flow. And so that means our models for valuation are based on the underlying free cash flow that our company produces. And we look for companies with strong balance sheets, high sticky margins, and something that has a structural growth story behind it as well. So I work as a generalist. I look at all markets. There are 12, 13 markets we look at, and look at all sectors. But in our team in Singapore, we have a number of sector specialists. So we have a financials analyst who will look at the financial companies within our region, consumer analyst. We have a China team there with China expertise, property team, and so on. So within our firm, there are a number of sector specialists who contribute to our ideas. But we tend to put our own overlay of free cash flow, DCF, valuation methodology on top of that to derive the target price for the stocks that we invest in. So our ideas are generated through a number of ways. I would say mostly from visiting companies in the region. So we do travel a lot within the region. We travel all the way to Australia, to China, Taiwan, and so on. And that's a very key area in terms of generating ideas. We also look at screens, so look at ideas where companies are growing their dividends, have strong balance sheets, and so on. That will generate some ideas. And also talking to others within the team. So talking to other analysts who have been to different markets, new ideas that they are looking at, and that may suit our dividend profile.